Hey yo, I grew up in a hood, and reptiles is what I do. Instead of getting in trouble and hanging out with them snakes on the street, I caught snakes and listened to hip hop. Welcome to my world, where hip hop joins wildlife. I'm the hip hop naturalist. Today on our show, we travel to the Florida Everglades to catch Burmese pythons with python expert Mike Kimmel, and have a sit down with hip hop legend, the human beatbox, the entertainer, Doug E. Fresh. So ride with me, we ride or die. This the hip hop naturalist. Yo, so I'm here, this my man Doug. I'm here with Dougie Fresh, the legend. What's
much
up,
love,
B?
Much love.
Glad you can be here, man.
Appreciate
you know what I'm
it,
saying?
Kev.
Doing something a little bit different. But I figure, I want to talk to you about Dougie Fresh.
Right.
How did you become the person you are?
Well, I'm going to tell you, man, first of all, I'm just honored to be on your show.
No doubt, that's what's up.
You know what I mean? Congratulations.
That's what's up, player.
The question you asked me is real interesting because, in hip hop, I'm the first beatbox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to just give you your respect. Be you the first hip hop naturalist, boy.
I'm trying to be it, dude. Trying to do it, man. I'm trying to save some lives.
So that's what made me want to, be a part of this show. And the other thing is that, for me, man, I grew up doing hip hop.
Yeah.
I come from, the West Indies, come from Barbados.
Right.
Then we came into New York City.
Right.
And I lived in Harlem, and my family was around. I was just raised around Harlem is just a cultural experience. And then I would just grow up listening to people like DJ Hollywood, Curtis Blow, Lovebug Starsky, a lot of the different pioneers, that made found like a true impact on me. Like I'm sure in your field, there's a lot of people that inspired you in a certain way, you know what I mean? Like as far as to make you want to get into to what you do. But, so we may have that kind of vibe in common.
So check this out. Check this out, Dougie. Tell me what you think, man.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, dude. Hey, yo, this the hip hop naturalist. I'm hanging out in the Florida Everglades, and we're gonna go catch a wild Burmese python with my friend Mike Kimmel. What's up, Mike?
How you doing, man?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good.
So tell them what we in for tonight when we go out there to hunt this wild python.
Well, we're in for quite an adventure. We're gonna go out here on the levee, straight out in the middle of the Everglades. We basically will cruise in the trucks, and we're gonna be looking for large snakes.
So, Mike, tonight, it's going to be pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it's bright out here now for everybody watching this. So how do we spot a Burmese python in the darkness of night in the Everglades?
Well, I got my truck custom outfitted with light bars on each side, so
Right.
I basically light up the whole swamp.
Right.
We'll be cruising on the levee, driving pretty slow and carefully looking at our surroundings as we travel. Usually you'll see just a piece of the python.
Right.
Sometimes it'll be stretched out and you almost can't miss it.
Wow.
They're not going to be scared. They're generally just going to hang out there and wait to see what we do. They have no natural predators.
Wow.
They're very camouflaged, so they think we don't see them. They're going to allow us to basically approach them. Once we get our hands on them, they're going to basically try to fight with us and attack us, and it'll be a wrestling match from there. And get them up on the levee, get them in a bag, and keep moving.
While we're trying to bag that snake, he's going to be trying to do what to us?
He's going to be trying to poop on us, constrict us, and bite us.
My.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's the hip hop naturalist, but it might have been safer hanging out on a corner. So ride with me tonight. Ride with me and Mike. We're going to do this thing. We're catching these pythons because they are an invasive species that do not belong in the Everglades, and they are negatively affecting the Florida ecosystem. So how did these snakes wind up in the Everglades in the first place? Well, one, a lot of people had pet Burmese pythons. They didn't realize the snakes were going to get so large, and they let them go, not wanting to harm the snake. Two, in the early 90s, there was Hurricane Andrew, and it destroyed a warehouse with about 500 to 1,000 neonates, which is a term for a baby snake. Well, now those snakes are fully grown, 20, 22 feet, and they're having the babies, the large females. Pythons have wiped out more than 90% of the Florida Everglades' native fur-bearing wildlife. The state of Florida has contracted python hunters to extract pythons to help preserve the native ecology. So that's why we do what we do. That's why we gotta remove these invasive species. good friend Mike Kimmel. We out python hunters. Let's go. Let's do it.
We got one right here. Maybe go for the tail and we'll bring it up here on the levee. Now we want to be careful with it because we're going to use that skin. Oh yeah, she's coming for you. It's a nice size.
Hip hop naturalist.
Yeah,
What?
buddy.
Yeah, come on, baby. Dance with me. Hip hop naturalist. All right.
Now you kind of stay behind it. There you go. And let it kind of calm down a little bit. Wait for your shot to grab it right behind its head.
Gotcha. Hip hop naturalist. Yeah. So, here you got it. Frickin' 8-foot female. She gave me a lot of work.
Crazy.
This is a wild Burmese python in Florida Everglades. So, Mike,
Yes, sir.
what are they gonna do with this when you take it in?
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bag it up, we're gonna keep it alive, and we're gonna continue our hunt. We're gonna see what else we can catch. At the end of the night, before we leave the Everglades, we'll euthanize this snake, and then tomorrow I'll take it to the check-in station, turn in my night's catch. They'll measure it, weigh it, they'll sex it, they'll pay me my bounty. I then take it home, I skin it, and then I make use of the skin, the meat, the bones, even the fat. Nothing goes to waste in these snakes.
So nothing goes to waste, and it may seem cruel, but this animal does not belong here.
We're gonna go ahead and bag it and put it in a lock secured container in my truck. Continue the hunt rest of the night, see what we can get.
She's freaking huge, man.
That's a nice
And you
snake.
should feel the strength that she has. It's the hip hop naturalist. Now, I can't catch this one by myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my man, Mike, help me. This is the hip hop naturalist. This is an invasive Burmese python. A female can lay up to 100 eggs, 10, 12
right.
foot, and she's strong. So we're gonna bag her before she tags one of us. So this is what we do. We ride or we die.
That's how
And
we do
ain't-
it.
We ain't trying to die. Woo! Yeah.
You ready to
Come on,
capture
Mike,
this
let's
thing?
do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it. I got the tail.
You got the tail?
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, buddy.
Yes, sir. Nice one.
Nice one.
Yeah, buddy.
This is the 12-foot.
Let's bring it up here a little bit. Yes, sir. I'd say this thing's, yeah, almost 12 foot maybe.
Boy, she is extremely strong.
Yeah, she's real strong,
Yeah.
ain't she?
So
Yes, sir.
I'm crazy, but I'm not going to do this by myself like my buddy Mike. I'll just take my chances with staying safe. So what we're going to do is we're going to bag her. She's going to tire out a little bit.
Yep.
And we're going to put her up, and we're going to do it like we just did the other one. Doesn't get any better than this.
No, it doesn't. Beautiful.
All right, well, now, got a little bit, little tooth in my hand. I got one in me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
He got you good. There's a tooth. Look, you got a tooth straight up stuck in you.
Got you.
This is the hip hop naturalist. This is an 8-foot male. You know, I grabbed it, kind of got away from me a little bit. I had tooth stuck in my hand, finger. You know, hurts a little bit, but that's what's gonna happen when you're out here messing with wild animals. This is not a pet store Burmese python. These things will kill you. A 14-foot can easily kill you. So you can see the damage that this little guy did to me. I'm bleeding, you know, quite profusely, but this is what I do, hip hop naturalist. So yo, man, I'm saying, what you think, man? You think that's crazy?
Wow, that was real crazy, man.
I know a lot of people like, dude, what is up with you? But you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you. It was more frightening being a teenager and growing up in the inner city of DC in the 80s than catching that snake.
Wow, and that's real, man. That's real because at least you know what you're dealing with, you see? But in the hood,
You never know what you get. When you leave out in the morning, you don't know if you're coming back.
Look, you don't know if you're coming back, and people who act like they got your back, you don't even know if they really got your back.
There you go.
And that's a real lesson. So if you're making a comparison between a snake and the hood, it just shows you like
It's the same.
Look, it's the same, and you appreciate the snake a little bit more.
Like I said, there was one scene, I was like, look, Big, this hurts. I ain't gonna even lie to you, but I'd rather get bit by this python than be on the strip getting shot at.
So, but let me ask
that's
you
real,
this,
though.
but I want to know, so
Yeah.
when you get bit by a python, is it poisonous?
Well, here's
Or
the
is
thing.
it-
They're obviously non-venomous. If they were venomous snakes, we'd have had to take precautions because I would have been freaking dead. But we go with the guide, and there are people with us to keep us safe. However, you don't want to get bit by a Burmese python or boa for any of the larger snakes, because their teeth are serrated and they point inward. And inside of their mouths, there's a second row of teeth that they walk over their prey. So the teeth are like this, and if they bite you, you have to go deeper in to get your hand out. So in that particular instance, I was sleeping, I was cocky, because I had caught him. I've never got bit by a wild one prior to that. Whenever you get comfortable, and I was like comfortable, we got the shot, I'm playing around, and of course I know they can bite up to 2 or 3 feet out. He freaking got me.
So after he bit you and you had him like that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's what kept it super real though. That's what made me say, yo, he just can't be fronting right now. There's no way. Like, in the movie, at least they're gonna put something on there and make it look like right. I mean, and you caught it so natural, to be honest with you, that I was like, when I was first checking, I was like, I mean, are these trained snakes right now? Like I'm saying?
Definitely not.
And then all of a sudden, when you grabbing them and I'm watching them try to, and then after that, and then I thought that, okay, he's real. He's 100%. Then when you tried to do it again and when you got bit, you could see like, yo, if you don't believe this is real, look at this. And obviously, like you said, it's kind of like that feeling when you focus. I think most of the time when you, like you said, you get cocky or you lose
With
focus.
anything.
Yeah, or your mind is on something else.
Right.
Like even like when I'm performing, I'm so focused on what I'm doing that I block out everything
You have
else.
to.
Yeah, because that's how you use the full source of your power.
There you go.
But when your power is divided, that's usually where most accidents happen. Like it's something going on, or you know what I mean? It's at least for me.
Absolutely. So we got my man Dougie Fresh here. It's been a great interview, but
Yeah,
check
man.
this out, man. We're going to have him. He's going to be here with us again for the next episode.
Man,
and we're going to get his opinion on the next joint. I'm just happy to have my man. It's the hip hop naturalist. We ride or die. What?
To the end
To the end, baby.
and back again.
No doubt.